What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. I said I'm back again with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about how you gotta do what you love and the money will come, right? So smash the like button, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. So, you know, a lot of times we do things just for money, right? Like, you know, we'll get a job because, like, oh, you know, I need to pay my bills. I need to do all these things, right? Like, I need to just like get my money up. But the thing is you gotta understand that when you start doing things for money, honestly, there's like a there's like a fine line, right? Because when I started cutting hair, I started cutting hair because my homeboy told me I can make money, right? So I'll say, all right, let me cut hair so I can make money. I was taking it a little bit serious, but it wasn't like my main focus and priority, right? Like I learned how to do it, and I could probably do it, but it's like I know I wasn't doing it for the right reasons. Like I knew I didn't have a passion for cutting hair, right? And every time at the barbershop, the barbers always tell me, you gotta have a passion for this. You gotta have a passion for this. Like you can't cut hair for the money. If you cut hair for the money, you're gonna lose, right? Come on, man. Why are you going so slow? You can't cut hair for the money, right? Because if you cut hair for the money, you're gonna lose. So basically, I was just cutting because I needed money and I needed bread. Like honestly, if I still do go to, because there's nothing about hair that I love, right? I don't love hair. I always seen it. I don't know. I just never really been into cutting hair. But it makes you think, like, you know, like honestly, because the thing is, money is a good motivator, right? Like you shouldn't do things just because of money, but but money is like something that gets you out of bed, right? Like I know, like when I started doing Instacart, right? I would literally wake up to like, oh, $27, $25, like you can make that right now, you can make this money, and I'm like, oh shit, I can make this bread right now. So I would literally just, I would literally get out of bed because of Instacart, right? Like, because of money. Like, I wouldn't do, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would do Instacart for free because there's a lot of perks, right? Like, for me, I've never really, because, you know, I feel like I am the type of person to do things not because of the money, right? Because I've always been the type of person that never really cared about a job for the bread. Like, I've always cared about a job for the perks, right? Like I used to work at a movie theater, and I was like, okay, that's great. I get free movies. I get free popcorn. I can help. You know, I've always, like, every job decision I've made is because of, like, relationships, basically. Right? So I can meet people. Because they always say, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, right? Like, I started doing interviews so I could start meeting people. I started doing tattoos so I could start meeting people, right? And I met a lot of people. Like I tattooed and interviewed Smoke Perp, right? And it's funny because it's like he was the person that got me inspired to do both of those things, right? So, you know, like even when I was doing interviews, right? I never like because the thing is, as long as because there's days that you just don't make money, right? Like as a tattoo artist, there's definitely days I'm just sitting in the shop thinking like, damn, I could be making like bread out of like a restaurant or some shit. Like I could be working a corporate job and having money, you know? And you just sit there and you're just not making any bread. But you know, those days do come. But then there's those days that you just leave and you're like, oh shit, I got cash. I don't have to wait 2 weeks for this bread. And you're not, you know, you're happy for it. You're just like, oh, okay, great. You know, it kind of makes those days worth it, right? Of just like thinking, oh, should I become a doctor, right? But where was I going with this? But yeah, doing things for the money, right? Like it just you just don't have that same passion, right? Like there's doctors doing, like being doctors. A perfect example. There's doctors being doctors just for the money, and guess what? They're shitty doctors. They're doctors that don't give a fuck. They're doctors that are unempathetic. They're doctors that don't care about their jobs, and they're just like, my parents made me do this, right? Why is this guy in two different things? Yeah, so it's like, first of all, you shouldn't pick a career because other people tell you about it, right? Unless it makes a lot of money. I feel like that's the only thing that should like only follow the money and only do things for the money if you know it guarantees you a lot of money, right? But I guess that comes with a two-edged sword, because a lot of times people pick real estate, right? They're like, oh, I'm gonna go into real estate because they feel like they can make a lot of money. But I feel like when you do, because you know those commissions come into, you know, they're a lot. Or people do like stocks or like crypto or whatever, just because of it's a lot of, you know, there's money to be made. But the thing is, if you're not really into it, if it's not your passion, then you're gonna just quit, right? Like for me right now, I'm making all these YouTube videos, right? And the growth is very slow. Like it's very slow growth. But every day I do make a video. Every day I make a couple videos, and every day I do try to edit and post them up, right? So I post a video every single day, and I do like, it's, you know, the views are going up, and it's like I'm not really specifically doing it for the views, even though yes I am. I never started doing YouTube for the money, right? Like for me, doing these videos is more like so I can see like, oh, you know what? Let me see if I can be, you know, big and loved and well known just for me being me, right? Like being my personality, right? Like not just because before, like I only got pretty big because I was interviewing other people, right? I got big because of the help of others, right? So I wanted to, you know what, now that I think about it, bro, like, you know, that's still this being the same thing. Like I'm just like, you know, trying to do it all myself, and I know I can't do it all myself. Like I need help. Like we always need help, right? That's the biggest thing. Is like we always have too much pride, right? We have so much pride. We never want to ask others for help, and we're just like, you know, other people can't help me. Like what are other people gonna do, right? Like for me, it's always like, oh, if you want something done right, like I've always gone by like, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself, right? But that's not the best mentality to have, because you do need help from other people. And I'm reading this book. It's called Winning with People by John Maxwell. And you know, it really does teach those values, right? It teaches those values of like you really need help from so many people. And it's funny because it's like after reading this book, now it's like I have so many people that want to hang out with me and do something with me today, right? Like today, for some reason, I'm so booked, and it's like, what the hell? Like why today? It's 11:10. Like why today? I got so many bookings, and it's like I'm so overwhelmed with like the amount of like things that like of things that are going on. It's like it's stressful kind of, so it's like I gotta make a decision. But whatever, you know, always do things because like when they say follow your passion, right? I don't really believe in like following your passion. I believe like you should be passionate about what you do. Like if you're gonna pick something that you kind of like. You feel me? Like I don't know, if you like sports, you go into like sports medicine, right? Because then it's like, oh, I love sports. Because the thing about following your passion sometimes is that it kind of takes the magic away from it, right? Like let's say that you love movies. You're like, oh, I love watching movies. But once you start working on the movies, then you're gonna start watching movies, and you're like, that's so fake. Oh, I know how they did that. It kind of takes away the magic from it. So it's like you gotta find that balance. It's like doing something that you kind of like, and something that's like not that, you know, something that will pay you, right? Yeah. With that being said, like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram at Torius, at 6 Feet Interviews, and I'll make a video talking about your question. And don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.